You all right? It's wonderful to see those ladies and gentlemen, and a reminder of people who really serve. We're worried about people serving, how they're going to fit with a football team. I mean, this is what we call all of them top draft picks. Those you see and the hundreds of thousands that you do not. And now the pick for the Philadelphia Eagles is in. Andy Reid looks at the two sides of the line. It's a good place to guess.
With the 23rd pick in the 2011 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Danny Watkins, guard, Baylor.
So after we see all the branches of the U.S. military, the Eagles pick a young man from British Columbia. Actually, he's not that young a man by standards of this draft. He's 26 years of age, and Mel, you got the story. I mean, he played hockey, he played rugby, but more importantly, if you will, he was a firefighter. That's what he wanted to do. Then, you know, this football thing at Baylor, maybe that'll work out. He ended up starting 48 games down there. Played at the Senior Bowl, which you saw, and he was lights out, and he's already a man.
26-year-old rookie is what he will be this coming season for the Philadelphia Eagles. Boom, think about a guy, no football experience in high school, goes to Butte Junior College, plays football for the first time, ends up at Baylor, left tackle, with some solid play, but really what made him a first-round pick, John, was the Senior Bowl practices. Talked about how important that is, how critical that is. That week down in Mobile, John, that is what allowed him to become such a highly regarded prospect.
No question, and what you see is anchor and athleticism. And there is some nasty in this guy's play. That's what Andy Reid likes. They wanted to upgrade, I think, the right side of their offensive line. This guy's athletic, Mel. You said he played left tackle. He succeeded Jason Smith, who was the #2 pick of the Rams in 2009. Very sound, I think, in assignments. This guy's a detail freak. Impressive at the Senior Bowl is an understatement. The only areas of concern really is age, I guess. But I never cared how old you were. I just said, go block that guy. This guy could stand in front of you, man, and block. I think this age thing is way overrated. You're getting a guy that's tough, athletic, and he loves football, got a lot to prove. Those people in South Philly, they'll hold their cheesesteaks high tonight. They'll like this kid.
And here's firemen friends from Canada who came on to support Danny Watkins. How about that?
That's great, isn't it? I mean, this is awesome.
And, you know, he can play what? Both guards, the center, and the Eagles need versatile linemen. You know, they've had the injuries interior.
Powerful kid, Boom. I like the rugby background. I like the hockey background. I mean, this kid is tough. He will explode. He played the left tackle spot. He played it more than adequately. And here's a kid, 6'3½", 312 pounds, ran a 5.36, 29 reps, powerful upper body. Good athlete, kid that I think comes into the NFL ready to be a factor for a team that needs help. Philadelphia Eagles, you talk about right tackle. Winston Justice has struggled. They also had problems at guard as well. So for Andy Reid, he knows in a division with the Giants, certainly, and the Dallas Cowboys, they'll be a little better. You got to get a guy who can step right in, and Watkins will be, as I said, 26 years of age during his rookie season in the NFL.
Well, this will be an interesting interview, Suze, because he can do it all.
Yeah, Danny, what did you think of the reaction here in Radio City?
I mean, this is unreal. I knew the boys were going to be here, but I thought there was going to be a riot.
You brought a special group of guys with you to New York. Could you tell us about that?
Yes, ma'am. I brought my fire chief, some of the captains, and a firefighter with me, and we've had the opportunity to spend some time with some of the members of the fire department in New York, and you know, they've embraced us as one of their own, and took us in and showed us a great couple days, and I invited them as well to come to Radio City here too. So it's been a it's been a heck of a past couple days.
What special experience did you have with them today?
You know, honestly, we had the opportunity to go to a fire hall today and meet with them, and they brought us in with open arms and embraced us as one of their own. It was something I've never seen before. It's just a big brotherhood from coast to coast, and these are guys you'll never forget, and you only met them for one day.
What about the special connection with the firefighters here in New York City who fought in 9/11?
You know, I met some of the guys there, and I have a tremendous respect for the guys, and like I said, these are guys you're never going to forget.
Congratulations on being an Eagle.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Susie, look at this moment. I mean, we just honored the military on the stage. You talk about public service, the firefighters. That's as tough a job as it gets. So, I mean, Andy Reid knowing what a perfect role from the military to the firemen.
Yeah, this is as good as I've felt in a long time.
That's good. All right, so Philly has picked Watkins, and now the New Orleans Saints, a year removed from the Super Bowl championship that everybody enjoyed. Maybe not the Colts fans, but what a season. But the Saints have some decisions to make, and maybe a decision about Reggie Bush is one of them.
Well, I think the Saints are sitting pretty right now for two big reasons. Number one, they've got an excellent football team, pretty much intact, coming back. And they're sitting there right now, and I got to think they're considering Daquan Bowers right now to play right defensive end. They could move Will Smith to left end and get a formidable pass rush. I think Jimmy Smith is going to be a name that's kicked around in New Orleans with this Greg Williams character, the way he likes to blitz. But I think they're going to have a hard time saying good night without taking Ingram, the Heisman Trophy winner from Alabama. I just think this is a big time back. Remember, when they won the Super Bowl, they lit you up with a running game. They have two big time guards. This Ingram is a 1,500-yard rusher, in my opinion. I got to think it's the Heisman Trophy winner from Alabama.
The Saints, who just, can make you excited just to watch them play offense all the time. But you're right, they had the injuries at running back last year. Their leading rusher, what, about 700 yards? Let's see. Haven't had a running back yet. 24th pick. Isn't it about time? I think the last time a running back waited this long till we had the first one, I think it was the 24th pick. I got to remember the year. Steven Jackson. That turned out all right for the Rams. You think it's running back too?
Think about Pierre Thomas. Think about Pierre Thomas. You think about all the different opportunities they had at running back. Reggie Bush, Pierre Thomas hurt, 3.2-yard average per carry. Think about also the situation with Chris Ivory out of Tiffin. Good rookie year, but they got hurt. So I think the durability issue with two of those backs right now, even Pierre Thomas had injuries. Reggie Bush has had some problems, Boom. I think that's where you put Phil. I mean, you got Bowers there, you got Ingram, you got Cameron Jordan, Muhammad Wilkerson, Kareem, Jimmy Smith, and Andy Dalton. Because of some reaches, some good football players have slid through the cracks here.
Yeah, but wait, well, is that Cam?
Shows you what I know. Cameron Jordan looks like he might be a New Orleans Saint. This is a guy you really like, Mel. Multi-position player for the Golden Bears. I've seen this guy play all over the field for Clancy Pendergrass.
Well, he should have been gone before now, I think, Boom. And John, I think he would have been a guy top 15.
With the 24th pick in the 2011 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Cameron Jordan, defensive end, California.
Well, in case you don't know, his story comes with a pretty good pedigree. His dad, Steve Jordan, now where did he go to school again?
He's a smart guy, I'll tell you that.
He went to Brown University. He caught almost 500 balls with the Minnesota Vikings at tight end and played in 6 Pro Bowls. And one of the scouting reports on Cam Jordan, great hands. Well, he's a defensive player. But his father, Steve, told me he really should have been a tight end. He just likes hitting people, Mel.
I'll tell you what, and John, we talked about the versatility. The way they used him, they moved him around, they had him on his feet, they had him coming from all different directions, the way he attacked. And I think you look at Cam Jordan, is a guy I thought was red hot. And I thought he could go even to Dallas in the top 10. And all of a sudden, here he is at pick number 24 for the Saints.